Hi. I know a whole lot of people don't do this, but I'm doing this because um I really don't want to have to get on the other computer and retype this so I can share it with my friends and family and people who I've helped through a lot of things. Um it's kind of my story. I wrote this for my senior comp class just a couple weeks ago. Uh, it's a personal narrative. We had to write about a memory. Most people pick the best, their favorite hunting trip, and going to see family and things like that. Well, I felt like this was something that I needed to confront almost. And honestly, for the past 4 years of trying to control and be in control of how I feel has been more dominant this year. I feel because I am writing again. I know it helped a lot my freshman year. I did a lot of writing, and then people from my school decided to ruin that for me, and so I stopped. And I know I get on my post site and I apologize, but you know, I really do feel bad. And everybody, all my followers on DevNart, thank you for viewing this. I know a lot of us came together because of, you know, problems at home and things like that. And I thank you all for helping me through it too. I thank everybody who helped me through it, but I should probably read the story because that's the point of this, right? Here, 1 minute. I'm gonna probably say that. Life. The period between the birth and the death of a living thing. People say you only get one chance to live it. But what happens when you hit that point? That point where you don't see the point. When all you do is sit and watch everyone else be happy. And you can't even remember how that actually feels. No one understands the meaning to have actual friends in school. Unless you don't really have them. No one understands the little comments that they make, the looks they give, can completely change someone's life, how they feel about it. I was always a good student. I suffered in silence. I had my own friends. But, they were different than everyone else's. 'Cause I'm different too. My friends stayed in my head. I got to play with mine in an empty, quiet room. You know, Barbies. What I had. Not kidding. All by myself. All the way through elementary school, my friends were the people I created in my imagination. Other kids found it weird. And when they would find me talking to myself, they just make fun of me more. Never realizing getting pushed out of the circle created that imaginary world in my mind. Through the years, with every comment and look, my self-confidence broke apart. I quickly lost the point of wanting to get up in the morning. Problems at home were never good and just felt like they just kept getting worse. Trying to get my head up out of the mess, it got harder and harder. One day I just finally broke. It was the 8th grade. That year, my grades slipped. Eyes lost their sparkle. Promises lost their meaning. Self-respect was lost. Scars were made on the skin and also in my heart. This game of life, I gave up on. The day came, the day that broke my soul, the day that almost wrote my fate. Attempting to do things the right way always end up bad. My body gets flattened onto the cold ground. My face gets slammed against the ice. The words are said one last time. The words that ruined my chance of wanting to continue my life. The closest person I had to a real friend. My own sister. Telling me that I would never be happy. That I was a pathetic excuse of a human being. That I would die alone. Those simple, hurtful, paralyzing words were what shattered my world. Running inside, grabbing the bottle I had watched for months. Wondering if it was worth giving up everything. Ripping off the cap, I looked at the pills in the bottle. I looked at myself in the mirror. I dropped the bottle into the sink, and the pills went everywhere. Bouncing in the sink, bouncing on the floor. I tore off my coat and my overalls. And I just looked at all the scars on my body. Grabbing the pills in the sink, I poured them down my throat, handful after handful. Scrambling around. I feel my body start to overload. I find a piece of paper and I begin to write my goodbyes. It hits me. It's 3 days till Christmas. I begin to set out the gifts that I had gotten for other people. The texts, reread. Text my boyfriend. Couldn't bear to call him. Tell him that I'd lost. And he was on his Christmas vacation in Florida with his family. Why would I ruin that? He tried to talk me out of it. I just cried harder when I had to say, it's already too late. I called my parents. They weren't home. They hurried home to find out that it was not a lie. It broke her heart even more. And it broke her heart the most when her dad tells her mom to find a way to make her throw up and that he can't afford to burn his reputation taking her to the hospital. With my heart shattered, I crawled into bed that night. Found that silver little friend. And I put more scars on my body. I didn't feel the pain anymore. I may have survived that day, but a part of my body died. Part of my soul.